Hello, TNR fans. I am Mitchell Adams back with you for another lap guide. This Monday night, the Total Nonstop Racing Grand National Series, sponsored by Shoe Lawn Service, is headed for Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. This is a big change for drivers going from a mile to 2 miles this week to last week. I'm going to take you through a lap here at Auto Club and show you what these drivers are going to be dealing with on a qualifying run this Monday night. Just like last week, we are going to start off from pit road and roll out of pit lane. And this is a tough pit lane to exit out of because you can't cross that white line to the right side of the car and go up on the racetrack. You've got to stay down below it. As you see there, I got a little bit loose. This is a tricky, really flat pit lane to get out of. Drivers might struggle with that just a little bit here this week, but for a qualifying run, the way I always did it when I was racing, run up high on the wall here in 3 and 4. Really long sweeping corner. You got to not throttle it up too early because you will get into that wall on corner exit. Then you run way up high here right by the wall on the straightaway, trying to build up as much momentum as we possibly can. And on our first of 2 laps, we're going to run up by the wall through turns 1 and 2. Some drivers don't like to do this, but I always did it when I was racing. And you try and get to the throttle as quickly as possible and carry momentum down the back straightaway. And in turns 3 and 4, we're going to do the same exact thing we did on our out lap. Get in up close to the wall here, roll it out of the throttle, and then about mid-corner, try and pick up the gas. And I got to it really quick there. And now this next lap is going to be our timed lap in qualifying. This is going to be the one we want the lap time to be on. So duck down low by that white line, then come back up to the wall at about that 1 sign. Get off the throttle, kind of roll it down. Don't need to go all the way down the corner. And I got really loose there. Actually had to get out of the throttle slightly on that lap. And that's something drivers are going to struggle with when the tires are fresh. It's not as much an issue when the tires get old. Same thing here. I'm going to try and really arc it down. See the rear end sliding around. I can't get to the throttle with it, and that's the challenge these drivers are going to face. Getting to the throttle off of the corner. Now dip all the way there to the apron. And that is a qualifying run around Auto Club Speedway. The big thing to note you saw in that run there is me struggling to get onto the throttle out of these corners. That is the big challenge for these drivers in the short run at Auto Club. This track is very hot, it is slick, and drivers are going to struggle with getting loose on that inside lane throughout the night. You might see drivers venture up the track trying to get that car to snug up a little bit, but over the course of the run, the opposite's going to happen and the car's going to tighten up, and you're going to see drivers doing everything they can to get the car loose. This track is very challenging, high speed. You're going to see a lot of drafting come into play, and you are not going to want to miss this week's edition of the Total Nonstop Racing Grand National Series, sponsored by Shoe Lawn Service, this Monday night on the World Racing Network, 8:05 Eastern. Looking forward to seeing you there.